From the Oklahoman newsroom, this is a college basketball update with Barry Trammell. I'm Jenny Carlson. Barry, Dave Bliss, the disgraced Baylor coach who brought down the Bears basketball program in scandal a little over a decade ago, has resurfaced at Southwestern Christian University, a small school here in the Oklahoma City area. Talk about this hiring. Why did Southwestern Christian decide to hire a guy that does carry so much baggage?
Well, Dave Bliss has spent the last few years trying to restore his good name, and he says he's been redeemed, says he's found redemption, and says in fact, he's written a book. It's called Fall to Grace, and Jim Poteet is the athletic consultant at Southwestern Christian University. He's sort of put together the athletic program at the NAIA school, and Jim is somebody I've known for a long time and put a lot of trust in, and Jim's talked to me about his decision, and basically says that they trust Dave Bliss and they believe his story of redemption, and that he thinks he would be a good messenger and a good basketball coach for the school. So they're going to take a flyer on Dave Bliss, and Dave Bliss wrote in his book that he didn't think he'd ever get to coach college basketball again, but looks like come next season that will change here in Bethany.
Well, you had a chance to talk to Dave Bliss, something that I know a lot of people around the country will be curious about what he has to say. They'll be having a press conference here in a few days at Southwestern Christian. But what did you hear from him? What did he have to say to you about this opportunity?
Well, Dave's been coaching high school basketball, a private school down in Bryan, Texas. And, Dave said he knows that he's going to take some slings and arrows. He knows that not everybody's going to take this as welcoming news. But he said he's anxious to share his story. That's why he wrote his book. That's why he's anxious to get back into the public arena of college basketball. He knows he's not going to coach at a big-time school again. He's not going to be in the Big 12 or even a D1 school again. But he believes that college athletics has been hijacked. It's not what it should be. He admits he was part of that. He accepts all blame. But he said he'd like to spend his remaining career trying to get to the root and to the heart of what athletics ought to be about. And as you know, Jenny, an 800-student NAIA school, it's supposed to be about as pure of athletics as we've got. Yeah. And it's sort of what the embodiment of college basketball really is intended to be. Mm-hmm. So it's an opportunity for Dave Bliss to find that redemption that he says he's received and would like to impart to others.
You know, Southwestern Christian, people may not recognize them in the basketball vernacular, obviously not a well-known program, but they've had success. They probably didn't need all the negative attention that's going to come from this. Is there something bigger here at play when it comes to this hire? Because they could have gone out and gotten, I'm sure, a capable coach without any of this background to coach them to even more wins and maybe even more championships. Is there something more afoot here with Southwestern?
Well, I mean, I think clearly that Southwestern would like to see Dave Bliss succeed, to put a good ending to a really Shakespearean story. Dave Bliss has experience fundraising. I'm sure he's going to raise the profile of this university. And this is a place that, as you said, it's had success. They've lost their coach. Quinn Woolridge was just hired by Oklahoma Baptist, which is one of the small college powers in America historically, going back 40, 50, 60 years. So, I mean, this is a place that's recognized as a place that sort of knew what it's doing. Jim Poteet has a fantastic reputation, a well-known basketball coach, just went into the NAIA Hall of Fame. So some people with good reputations are staking their name on Dave Bliss.
It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. Thanks, Barry. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.